Yes, I just got a message.
Hi, Harold.
Oh, hi, Ernie.
So, I think the daf tomorrow will be like 6:30.
I'm going to Pico, so you're going to miss it.
Okay. We're on Nun.
Right.
Nun Aleph. Sorry, Nun Aleph 51.
Nun Aleph. Nun Aleph.
Yeah. Nun Amid Beis on the bottom. Goof.
Oh, Gufa. I got it. Okay.
Okay. Goof Amarav Ein Machzikim B'Nichsei Shasi. You cannot establish chazaka by eating fruits in the field that belongs to your wife because you're allowed to eat fruits. V'dayane gola amar machzikim. But the judges of the Gola said you can. Amarav alocha kadayane gola. Amar Rav Kana Rav Asi Rav Hadar Ben Mamish. I understand. The Mishnah says you're not machzikim b'nechsei. He says, how can you reverse that? Amar lahu mistavra. I mean, it's based on a specific case, like we said, Rav Yosef, which we said, if after the death of the husband, somebody was machzik in the field of a nation sea, so at that point she should have protested. V'lo isha b'nechsei bayla. Mario, what time does it say in the kolena that we're having the Daf Yomi?
At 6.
Okay, so 6:00. Pshita, even the Islam mezoini, since the husband is required to give her food as his wife, so the food that she's eating in the field, mezoinahu de ka'achla, it's not a sign that she's owner of the property. Lo tzricha sheichad lo arachriti lemazona. He already had designated another piece of land to be the source of her mazonos. So now you might think that if she eats on another piece of land, she can establish chazaka. The answer is she cannot. So you cannot establish chazaka. Haraya yesh, but if she brings a star that her husband sold her the field, then it belongs to her. Now, there is a svara like this. Lema leglui zuzi hudaboy. Husbands were always suspicious that their wives had money that they were squirreling away, that they were not telling their husband about. So by offering to sell his wife this property, she's going to have to come up with money. So the whole thing was just to reveal whether she had money or not. And there was no kavana for him to sell the field in the first place. Walter, tomorrow we're learning at 6:00 at the shul. And Shmami Nosha Moicher Sodeli Ishto Konsa.
Thank you. Okay, where are we? The beginning of Chamishim
Yes, no,
Aleph.
Near the top. So we're talking about so comes out from here that if a man sells his wife a field, she actually acquires it. And it was not a ruse. That the whole purpose of the sale was for the husband to get the wife to reveal that she has money pocketed somewhere else. So the Gemara says low. There's no proof that moicher sodel ishto kansa ema haraya yesh. It's not a shtar mecher. It's a shtar matana. That means if she reveals a gift document that her husband gave her this field, so there's no money required. So the svara of Laglui Zuzi Hudeboy doesn't apply. So if she shows a shtar matana, we assume that it was given to her. We were not in the yeshiva within the tchum where you said such a nice thing, and I'd never heard it. 1 second. If he's having severe pain, you should not wait until after Shabbos. I wish you would have come. This morning we have ultrasound technicians in our offices.
So the only place to do is in the ER?
Yeah. I mean, how severe is it?
I don't think it's severe pain. He's swimming in the pool. He's just complaining that it hurts. But it would to feel
He wouldn't be able. I'll be happy to examine him. He wouldn't be able to swim in the pool if he had a problem.
Okay, so you're saying if he's swimming in the pool and just complaining that it hurts, then
If you want to bring him by, I'm happy to see him.
okay. What's your address?
I'm teaching Daf Yomi right now, so
Oh, what time are you finished?
so 5:00. You could bring him by. 143 South Terrace.
Thank you.
Wife of a doctor. Okay. Amar Mai. Okay. That that if you sell a field, she acquires it. And there's no svar to say, oh no, there was no real sale. He just wanted to find out whether she had loose money. Amar Le, well, pshita, that's a dover poshut. There's no chiddush there. You don't always acquire a field with money. Sometimes you acquire a field with a star. Assets that you could have a guarantee with, like land, nikdin, are acquired b'kesef, b'shtar, b'chazaka. So you don't need money to acquire, just the star is enough. Amr lay, but v'lavit merlo amr shmoloishar b'shtar matana. A gift can work with a star. But with a transactional purchase of a field, money has to change hands. The lav musif Didn't Rav Hamnuna ask a question, Bishtar Keita? How does a star work when you acquire a piece of land? Passive law on the Arlacheres. You write on a piece of paper or a piece of cheres that's not worth a pruta. My field is sold to you. Sadi knulach, I'm being makna this field to you. Even without money. The lavu mosif lavu mafarklin, he answered the shaila. But that's only when you sell a piece of land when it's a bad piece of land, he wants to get rid of it. So there he was goymer das lahaknos, but if it was not a bad field, maybe no. And it's a chiddush that a moicher tzarich leishto konsa, and we don't say that the whole purpose was just a charade for him to see if she has any loose money. Now Rav Bibi Misayimba, Mishmeid Rav Nachman, the Rav Ashi Omar, the matana bikesh litna law. Really, he wanted to give it to her. Why was it written in a format like of a purchase? Regarding achrayus, right? There is no guarantee by matana, but by a sale there's a guarantee. So a shtar mecher is better than a shtar matana. Basically, lovim in a eved, you can borrow money from an eved and then shichuro. And he freed him, or min ha'isha, he borrowed money from his wife. The Garshan divorced her. Ein len alav klum. He doesn't have to return the money to them. My time, la mishum damrinon, luglu izuzi with the boy. The whole purpose why he was borrowing money for his wife, or the evidence to find out whether they had money, but not necessarily really for a real loan. Shiny awesome. That's a different. You don't want to be a borrower. Really, he didn't want to loan them money, and he only wanted to reveal whether there was money in the hands of the eved to borrow from them. But that svor doesn't exist by a sale. A husband sells his field to his wife. She's coined, but Baal oichel peros. As long as they're married, it's no different than if she received a field b'Yerusha, where he still gets to eat pears. Even if he sold it to her, he still gets to eat pears. Baram, but Ravav called Dulader Omru, B'matona bikesh litnu law. If he gifts her a document, GIFT gift, then he doesn't eat pears. Lama kasav lo l'shum mecher, and really the whole thing was a gift. So why did he write it as a transaction? Kedei liapas is koicha, to give her more power regarding achrayus. Like if somebody took it away, right? We look at the dates of who had an earlier lien. Meisvei. You borrowed money from an Evid, then you freed him, or he doesn't have to pay them back. My timer, because there was no real borrowing. Lav mishum. He wanted to find out whether they had money. And there was no real intent to borrow. There's another svar there. A person doesn't want to be a borrower. And that's why it was only for the purpose of revealing whether she had money. But when you sell it, you don't necessarily go through that, and the mecher would be a good mecher. Amara. Yes, it's a sale, but he doesn't lose his right to eat pears. But if he gifts his wife the field, in both cases, there's a kinyan is good, and the ball does not eat pears anymore. Rav Chizda pasket like Rabbi Lazar, that the ball doesn't eat pears. Chemid ben Bante, the Rav Rav Chizda, Shavik Mara, Rav Rav Kizutri. You're abandoning the Gdoilim, which was Rav, and you're following like the Ketani. Rabbi Lozer was a Talmid of Rav. I'm also passing like Doile Ador. He also Ravin when Ravin came from Eretz Yisrael, Omar Mishum Rav Yochanan, who's on the same level as Rav, Echad Zev, Konsov in a Balachil Pers. He said the same halacha. Whether it's a star mecher, whether it's a star matana, the Kenyan's a good Kenyan, but the Baal doesn't eat pears. Amar Rav Hilchasa, what's the final halacha? Moicher Sora Leishta Lo Konsa. A sale, there's no Kenyan, because we use the svara that all he wanted to do is find out whether she had money. And the Abal Ochel Peros. But if he gave it to her b'matana konsa, ain't Abal Ochel Peros. So I don't understand. Tarti, when Rabbah said she did not acquire it, so that means the whole thing stays in his possession. And then he says the Baal Ochel Peros, which means he has some connection in it. So loy kasha, and the most tmunin. There was hidden money, and he wanted to uncover it. He staged this whole charade to find this hidden money. There's no Kenyan. Khan, where there was a Kenyan, Moshe ain't tmunim. It was open money that he knew about. Dam Rav Yehuda, the most tmunin loy konsa, but Moshe ain't tmunin konsa. That makes sense. Torabana. In Mekablan Pigdoinos, you don't accept collateral. Loman Anoshim, not from your what? Or from a woman. Veloman Avodim, not from an Eved Knani. Veloman Atinoikos. Because these classes of people do not own their own property. They took it either from their husband or their master or their father without rishus, and they're giving it to you to watch, but really they didn't have a right to do it. And by accepting it, you're being Messiah Avera. Aval, Kibel min Aisha, Yachzer Leisha. If he received a pikadon from his wife, he gives it back to her. He can't give it to somebody else because it might be her own. However, Mesa, if the wife dies, Yachzer Lebaila. Who inherits a wife or husband? Kibel min Eved. If he accepted a pikadon from his Eved, Yachzer Eved. You should return it. Maybe it belonged to somebody else. But in Mace, if the Eved died, Yachzer Rabbi, he should return it to his master. Okay. We'll pick up tomorrow at 6 o'clock at Shul.
Have a
Harold,
good job.
Al, have a good time.
I will. Take care. See you guys.
Harold, where are you going to, Harold?
Pico, all the way to Pico.
Oh, nice. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I booked a first-class flight.
Okay, good. It takes a
good
while. It takes a while to get there, even in first
Exactly.
class.
Okay.
Okay.
Shabbos.
Shabbos, bye.